Ladies and gentlemen, industry enthusiasts of Titan, welcome back to Industries of Titan. That's right, there's been a big brand new update that has just dropped, and we are going to be checking it out with a brand new little series. I'm going to be going for the standard mode. However, yep, Landfallers, I'm going to be putting it into high risk / high reward. So we're going to get very high resources, low rocks, low lakes, but very high crevices and very high rebel camps. So there's been a bunch of updates to this game since the last time I checked it out. Let's go for the Orbital Incorporated Company. There we go. We're not going to enable tutorials because we've already done that. We know how to play. I am going to, as ever, chat a little bit about some of the basic mechanics as we go. But, you know, this should be a pretty straightforward follow-up series to the first one, given that, you know, there's just a couple of things that have changed and a couple of things to talk about. But, yeah, super excited to return to Industries of Titan. If you are interested, by the way, in getting the game, link down in the description, and it helps me out as well if you do get the game by using the link down in the description. So thank you very much in anticipation of your support, if indeed you're interested in picking up the game. Anyway, I didn't want to chat too much in the introduction, however, I ended up doing just that. So let's chat about what is new. First of all, there's been, you know, a bunch of UI changes to the game, which it's now easier to see power info, fuel, etc. So that's really, really nice. We'll talk about stuff as we go. However, in the first instance, it's probably worth us trying to set up some sort of a basic power setup. That sounds like something that we should be doing. Yeah, so let's get a energy generator down. In fact, that's a pretty poor idea given the fact that we need to queue up some mineral extraction in the first instance. Let's just start one person working away on the minerals. Let's also start surveying a couple of these buildings in anticipation for being able to extract them. We want to make sure that we get a nice mixture of both artifacts and also minerals / isotopes. A couple of things have been changed with regards to the waste system. It's a whole heck of a lot easier now to build stuff on tiles that have waste in them, whether that's inside the headquarters or out with the headquarters. There's just a bunch of quality of life changes there. What have we got here? 32 minerals. Okay, so these ruins are pretty darn good. 2 red artifacts down in the ruins over here. As you can see, look at this. Red artifact, red artifact. We like the red artifacts here. Okay, if there is salvageable material within our own territory, we might as well take that, right? 3 red artifacts from a level 1 building. That is pretty darn good if I do say so myself. So let's just try and turn all of this junk into wonderful, valuable resources. Okay, so the early game is kind of the same. We want to try and make sure that we've got, you know, a bit of power infrastructure. We want to make sure that we're getting as much influence as we possibly can in the early game so that we can try and expand. We've got to be wary of the fact that rebel camps are going to be attacking at some point. Well, rebel ships are going to be attacking at some point, and therefore we want to try and expand our territory. We want to try and make sure that we are, defending our territory with a good amount of turrets, etc. So we're going to try our very best to do that. We're full up on minerals, which is a good opportunity, really, to head on inside and see what we need to build over here. We're going to get a large storage container as well. Get a large storage container set up. We've already built the generator. No idea why I felt compelled to build the energy generator in the first instance, but that's fine. We need to get a small fuel fabricator as well. Fuel fabricator will allow us to power the energy generator. We can get 2 small energy generators for one small-sized fuel fabricator. So let's do that. Let's throw that down. Probably don't care about a fuel tank or a battery at the moment, given that we're not really going to be producing that much power. But we are going to need to get an industrial outlet, and we're also going to need to get a small energy relay as well, so that the power setup can all be connected. And that will basically refine. That will basically, be the basis of our power setup, which is quite nice indeed. I think on the outside, what do we want to prioritize? I guess defense. I'm really a little bit apprehensive, to be honest, about the about the fact that we've got 15 rebel camps. I mean, that is a lot of rebel camps. The original series that I did, we only faced up against what I think was 5 rebel camps, and even that presented, from time to time a little bit of hassle. So, is there anything that I want to get built outside as a priority? I mean, other than just sort of a basic factory and the defensive turret, which I've already talked about, not really. Not really. One of the new structures, which is quite cool, is the transport hub, which facilitates the construction of roads and purchase of transport vehicles. Now, transport vehicles allow us to move resources from place to place much more rapidly than just having our employees carry them. So that's something that I'm very much looking forward to. Well, I think we're going to throw down a factory. I think we're going to throw down a factory in the first instance. We'll throw down a factory. We'll keep it single for now, and this factory will be the foundational, I guess, the foundational area where we can start employing some people and getting a couple of employees to look at some adverts on some screens. That'll be kind of nice. What have we got? We've probably got to think about getting rid of waste at some point as well. I'm going to just start claiming a couple of plots, and we will start extracting some of the minerals, because that is what I particularly need at a moment like this. This is looking good. This ruins over here, 32 minerals. That's quite nice. Very, very nice indeed. 10 influence. Let's do it. Let's salvage it. Let's get it all set up. Right. What am I looking for? Yeah, a smokestack. That's probably what we're going to want to get. Also, a mine. A mine is now genuinely pretty good, because we can use the mine to mine mineral patches and isotope patches directly, as opposed to needing, I don't think we can see it over here, but as opposed to needing, a big actual mine. So that's kind of nice. That's a big old improvement, if I do say so myself. So I'm pretty happy about that. Council Hall, we don't have access to yet. Off-world migrations, we are going to pay 2 red artifacts in order to unlock that, because, I mean, why wouldn't we, right? It's a no-brainer. We're going to need to start getting off-world migrations pretty darn quickly anyway. So that is pretty darned good, if I do say so myself. Let's throw the game into, what, like 2 times speed? Ooh, also, here's a new thing. We can, yeah, look at this. We got a jukebox. We got a jukebox, and we can choose some tracks. We can turn up the volume. That's kind of cool. If indeed we want to play some songs, there's a couple of different ones. Sure, we'll leave it on that one for now. Why the heck not? There's also apparently a couple of new combat songs as well, which is quite cool. I am going to see if we can get a waste storage, a waste receptacle, if you'd like, because we do need a little bit of waste storage. As you can see, we don't have any storage at the moment, and the game is freaking out because of it. And we'll get that sorted. Let's head on into our factory and start constructing some habitation infrastructure. Is that a good way of saying it? Yeah, sure. Cool, it is. A habitat pod. Right, this is great. This is where our energy is going to go. So the habitat pod, we're going to get... I think we'll get 2 of them. We'll get 2 habitat pods in the first instance. Monetization stations, well, let's get as many as we possibly can in an ideal world. If we get this all queued up, then that's good, because that means that we can start moving more of our resources directly inside. What I think we want to try and do is we probably want to try and get our number of employees up to round about 10. If we get our employees up to round about 10, then that should allow us to, to build stuff with sufficient speed that we're able to leave it at that figure for a little while. Okay, excellent. Of course, we don't have any power in here because we haven't got an industrial outlet yet, but I'm just waiting for a couple of additional minerals to be delivered. And at the moment, people aren't really taking the minerals from the empty plot back to the headquarters for storage at this moment in time. That's fine. I do want to address something. So in the employee management screen, I talked a little bit about this in the last series that I did, but basically it bears repeating because it is so important. I can't actually prioritize the tasks, otherwise the game kind of stops working as it should. So therefore, the tasks have to be left like this for me. However, if indeed you own the game, I believe that you'll probably be able to move around employee priorities. So There you go. That's why things might take just a little ounce of time longer than maybe it would take if indeed you were playing this game on your own time. Right, so as soon as all of this stuff is built, and by the way, we should say that constructing is like the second highest priority job after repairing. So, you know, movement of resources is clearly less important than constructing the buildings, which I just queued up. So, you know, we should see all of our tasks get done fairly quickly now. Let's get that in there, and let's get that in there too. Probably a little bit overkill, but let's not concern ourselves about that too much. All right, so that is the power infrastructure inside this area set up. We do need to get an additional couple of monetization stations, and so that is what I'm going to do. Let's get that set up over there. Cool, what do we need for another one? We need a couple more minerals. How much power is this entire thing gonna end up costing? This is gonna end up costing at least 5 power, so we're gonna need to go and increase our power infrastructure. But that's actually fine. We can just about deal with that. Right, give me another couple of minerals. I think I'll actually salvage this ruin for the minerals at the moment, because that's more of a pressing concern. The red artifacts are coming in thick and fast, to be honest. We don't really need them. We've got another 2 ruins over here, which have got red artifacts in them, so that's kind of fine. Yeah, spaceport, we are gonna stay on the lookout for a couple of people to bring down to the surface, and we can get them to watch some TV ads, which will allow us to make some credits. There we go. Okay, energy pylon. We're gonna need the energy pylon down in order to power up the factory, because at the moment it doesn't have a power connection, as you can see with all of this being currently unlit. Cool. All right, we're going to need more power infrastructure, as I've already said, in the headquarters, so let's go and immediately set that up. I think I probably just want to jump to a medium energy generator thingamabobber, and then also that is probably going to require a large fuel fabricator as well. So let's get a large fuel fabricator. We don't have any power. Energy being used 3 out of 3. It should be less than 3, though. There should be negative power usage, if I'm not mistaken. If I go back in here just for a second, I guess we can't have negative power usage. It just shows it having no energy. Okay, fair enough. I understand. I understand that. That's fine. Okay, let's pause just for a second and have a little look. Who do we want to bring down to the surface here? Probably as many people as I can. I'll take that. I'll take 3 people. It's going to cost me a little bit of influence, but I'm totally okay with that. And I will take a single person and a couple of extra minerals as well. So that will be a couple of extra people to start watching some adverts. That's always nice, right? That's always really, really nice. Okay, we got a massive fuel surplus at the moment. Let's turn that massive fuel surplus into a massive energy surplus. The large energy generator is so irritating to place. So I think we're going to place a medium energy generator. It costs 2 fuel, but it outputs 6 energy, so sure, let's do that. Let's also see if I can maybe throw down an additional small energy generator. I know it's not, you know, an ideal situation, but it's fine. Let's also see if we can try and get some batteries. I'll get some fuel tanks as well, you know, just so that we don't end up getting into a really awkward situation. Okay. Nice. We've reached maximum capacity of our waste storage, which tells me that we need to seriously consider our waste prospects, our future of waste. Now, that's not too difficult to consider. Not too difficult to consider at all, but we are going to need more minerals to do that. Also, we're going to need a little bit more power, but that power should be coming online right now as soon as the structures are built inside the headquarters. Right, I think we need to try and claim a couple of additional buildings in order to get some resources, but before we claim them, I'm going to set up some surveying. Man, I feel like I'm going at like a million miles an hour, but in all honesty, I just want to get to the, you know, the advanced stages of building mines and building roads, and I want to show off the roads. I think that's kind of cool, right? You know, transport hub, all of that stuff. I'm keen. I'm very, very keen indeed to show you what this game has got to offer and how roads work. Cool. That's 3 red artifacts in there. I'm going to claim that and take the 3 red artifacts. That's very juicy. Very, very juicy indeed. you got to bear in mind that given that we're playing on high risk, high reward, it's not surprising to see a couple of pretty high value buildings here. But at the same time, you know, we gotta stay aware. We gotta stay aware. We gotta be conscious of the fact that there could be a couple of traps around. You know, there could be a rebel camp lurking just over here. I doubt it. I very much doubt it. But you never know. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Right, so a lot of resource maneuvering now. That's cool. We are slowly but surely increasing our credits, which is great. Have we got, we've not got many people. Why have we not got many people working on this? Grid 2, grid 3. Why? Are you only able to transport 3... Are you only able to transport 3 energy at a time? Is that what the issue is here? We got a large energy relay. Will that sort our situation out? I don't think that it will. I don't, frankly, understand why that has resulted in a bit of a problematic situation for us. The industrial outlet, certainly not as far as I'm aware, has a limit on the amount of power that can be distributed, but that's kind of weird, I guess. Yeah. Okay, dismantle this. Dismantle this. Okay, we're going to stick with one large energy relay. Also, we're going to build ourselves a couple of waste receptacles. And now we seem to be draining the batteries. But, again, not entirely sure why that is becoming a problem. I mean, we should have a fairly consistent supply of power. Yeah, that's good. Have they, are they all on different grids? What the heck? So they're all on different grids? I know what's happened. I know what's happened. The energy situation is that we haven't accounted for an energy relay in the middle here. Ah, okay, so that's a bit of a problem. That is a bit of a problem. Well, I'm going to prioritize the destruction of this energy generator over here, if that's the case. And we're going to throw down a brand new big energy relay there, which is going to mean that everything is going to be consolidated onto one grid. That was slightly confusing, but I think we have maneuvered around the problem. There we go. Everything is on a single grid now, so we've got no issues with power whatsoever, I suspect. So it wasn't actually an issue over here. There is still a little bit of an issue over here because I destroyed the small energy relay, but that's fine. Look, these are all learning curves, right? This is a brand new patch. It's a brand new day. You got to experiment. You got to have a little bit of fun. That's what we're all about here. That's what we're all about here. Okay. Claim a couple more buildings. Get a few more minerals. That's grand. We've got four citizens currently living happy lives. I would very much like to turn those citizens into employees, please. So I think that is exactly what I'm going to go and do after I build my final monetization capsule. We're going to do that, and then we're just going to build one singular conversion capsule, I think, at the moment. Or do I want to build 2? How much power do these consume? It's just 1. So I can technically build 2. At a minimum, actually. I can build more than 2, if indeed I want to. Just sort of thinking of the best place for these to go. But I'll build 2 there. That's grand. That should all be powered. That's perfect. We've got plenty of minerals, plenty of waste storage at the moment. However, as I've already said, waste storage is it's becoming a concern. Right, what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to survey these 2 ruins. I'm going to collect from both of these ruins, and I'm going to start making a smokestack over here with a specific view to burning off the copious amount of waste that we seem to be accumulating. Is there anything else that a smokestack can do? No. Also, what happened to my tunes? What happened to my tunes? Do I have to manually select them? Silence. I don't want silence. That sounds like the worst song ever. There we go. That's a banger in the background. Let's stick it on repeat. Not the song, hopefully, but the playlist. Okay, what do we got from these two ruins? I think I'll take the artifact actually. And I think I'll take the minerals from this one. Okay, so get that done. After that, we should be able to buy a smokestack, 100 credits. No issues with the credits there. We are very, very, very much on a good credit line at the moment. We've got plenty of them, thanks to my prioritization of getting people in front of ads as quickly as possible. That's right. Chatting about ads, if you're interested in seeing strategy games streamed live, check out twitch.tv/potato. That's right, this message was brought to you by twitch.tv/potato. Thanks for watching. Look, can't resist. I can't resist. Okay, we'll throw a pylon down there to connect up the smokestack, because the smokestack will need a little bit of power. Not much, I believe, but it'll still need power nonetheless. What does it need? It needs 4 energy. Which is a little bit of a problem. Given that I don't actually have any additional energy production at this moment in time. And there is no space. There is no space for any other additional energy production. Right, so we've got 2 options. One, we can either start to build external power sources. So I could build... what is it? Yeah, I could build an energy plant that takes 4 fuel and gives 16 power. And that's outside. Or I could build inside the headquarters. I think I actually want to go straight outside. I've got the minerals to do so. I mean, one of the great things about having a load of minerals really, really early on is that it allows you to make plays like this. So let's do that. Let's get that down. That's great. And you know what? You know what I built and didn't really utilize? That's right, I didn't utilize my conversion capsules. I'm going to get 2 people converted from citizens to employees in the first instance, and then I'm going to do another 2, and basically everyone here should be turned into an employee. Yeah, everyone is being sick and putting loads and loads of waste on the floor, but that's okay because we are, you know, we're at a point now where we're able to get rid of our waste, or if we're not at that point now, we will be able to very, very soon indeed. Okay, so that's the last 2 citizens that are turned into workers. Why don't we try and get these citizens replaced? We might as well. I want to continue to keep churning out credits as quickly as we possibly can. Because who'd have thunk it? It's actually quite important. It's actually quite flippin' important to make sure that you've got money when you're running a company. It's literally that simple. Okay, great. The energy plant is up online, and that should hopefully be completely fine. Yeah, look at that. Great. So we're using the fuel that we're producing in the headquarters inside the building to power a building on the outside, which should provide, I mean, a plentiful amount of power, really, for now, which is kind of great. Smokestack is not built as of yet. We need to clean excess resources. We need to get the waste removed from that specific square. That's okay, but in order to remove the waste from that specific square, we're going to have to build a couple of additional waste receptacles. I'm not a huge fan of doing this, but we'll be able to delete these as soon as we burn off our excess waste, which is definitely something that we can do very, very shortly. Right. Speaking of doing shortly, I want to make sure that I've got a bunch of defensive turrets up and running. We're going to need a couple of extra minerals in order to get these turrets up online. However, I'm keen to do just that. The more defensive structures we've got, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Also, we need to get an additional 1 person to come and live on the surface and look at ads for a while. I guess I can take that, sure. Not a great deal. Pretty terrible, in fact, but gets me a couple of isotopes. We don't really have any consistent isotope production at this moment in time, but that's fine. I'm keeping it at 23. Oh my goodness, 23 people. That is rather a large number. Okay, how much power have we got? And why are we not moving the waste? Yes, because cleanup Cleanup is a problem. Cleanup is at the bottom of our task list, but that's okay. That's totally fine. Right. Should we have a little look at pollution levels? Pollution levels are non-existent, which is kind of great. Very, very happy about that. Why would there be any pollution given that we haven't started burning any waste, which is great. Plenty of power, plenty of everything, frankly, which is pretty darn nice. Okay, I'm still moving the resources from this ship that I stupidly took delivery of, but that's fine. We've got 17 waste that needs to be removed from the smokestack building location, which is highly ironic, actually, given that we're moving the waste from the smokestack building location into the factory, and then we're going to have to move it all the way back to the smokestack in order to be burned. Doesn't really make sense. Can we not just move it to this empty plot? I don't know. I ain't got the brains to solve that equation right there. No siree. I don't want to do any further resource extraction until I get this sorted. I need to get the smokestack built, because otherwise we're going to forever be having issues. However, I'm still on the lookout for a ship which is going to allow me to migrate one singular employee. So that would be fantastic. Nope, still nothing. 18 people, 18 citizens. Yeah, not great. Not great at all. I need one just one single person. Will any of these ships be that one single person that I'm looking for? I don't think so. Right. So, we can now build defensive turrets, which is grand. Now, of course, the defensive turret is going to consume an employee, which is kind of part of my... What's the issue here? Yeah. The fact that we're now bringing structures online which consume employees in order to keep them operational, that's kind of my desire, you know, to get more employees. And part of the desire to do that is because slowly but surely more and more structures are going to start consuming employees, or at least, you know, they're not going to be able to deliver any stuff, which is a problem. Speaking of any further advance on... No, nothing. Okay, fine. All right, let's enter this factory. Let's expand our habitat pods, I guess. Let's expand this. I would kind of like to maybe fit another habitat pod in on this floor. However, the more... Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's just disgraceful. Okay, you know what? Just dismantle all of these. It's not required anyway. Sure, we can have people hoovering up the waste. I get it. That's fine. However, I'm going to queue this up to be built. This didn't used to be possible. You used to have to clean up the waste before you placed the habitat pod, so that's kind of a nice little change that has been made there. Tell you what, let me dismantle all these things. I mean, I don't think I need any of them. I don't think these are storing anything. Also, is my... There we go. I don't know what... Okay. Do automatic. Don't do silence. Can you not do silence? Okay, come on, jukebox, please. I need non-silence. Okay. Crank the jams. Alright. Final habitat pod on this phase. I know, it's a lot of effort for all of my workers to go and clean up all of the junk. Alright. Maybe a little loud. But, you know, you get the picture. We got a jukebox now. That's kind of nice. Okay, are we burning... We're burning waste. That's real good. That's good. We're burning waste at a real fast rate, which is very great. No sign of any rebels coming yet, which is fine. But I'm going to still get a defensive turret down nonetheless. We'll stick down the turret over here. Great, we'll get that queued up, and we will get that underway. As soon as we've got more space for people, then we will try and get some more down off the shuttles. I'm also going to queue this factory for an upgrade, which may mess... Yeah, it'll mess with our figures. It'll show that we're not able to accept any more citizens for a while because all of the power cuts out when you upgrade a building. The reason for getting an upgrade on the factory at the moment is because we need more space. We need more space for habitat pods, and we need more space for conversion centers. Pretty desperate to get more employees, really, at this rate. We want to start cycling through employees almost as fast as we possibly can. Where did all my employees actually end up going? Can I prioritize this? Are they all stuck in the building and therefore they're not able to get out? may well be the case. Very funny. Okay, we'll try upgrading in just a second. We have had issues in the past with the game crashing when you try and upgrade things. However, thankfully, I think there's been a significant number of bug fixes that have affected the game's stability, hopefully in a positive way. But you never know. I guess whilst we've got a lot of credits, we can unlock the council communications. Don't really anticipate using it altogether too much. However, you know, it might be fine just to, you know, dip in now and again if we need to. We need to unlock, of course, the transport hub. Let's unlock the transport hub for 400 credits. How much does it cost to build? 23 minerals. That sounds like something that we should do. Let's get an employee assigned to the defensive turret. Actually, why am I bothering to get an employee assigned to the defensive turret? There's no reason to do that at this moment in time anyway. We will queue the turret for an upgrade though, because, you know, it's all good, really. We want to have as many cannons as we possibly can. And one way of increasing the number of cannons is, of course, to upgrade the individual turret. Right, let me try upgrading the factory again. Any joy now on upgrading? We only need 2 isotopes. And I think all of my isotopes are stored at the headquarters, so it shouldn't be too challenging to supply those isotopes to the factory. Great, the upgrade goes off without a hitch, which is phenomenal. And that's going to allow us to... that is going to allow us to increase our people capacity, which is great. There we go. Bring it back online. Fantastic. Only six power that we've got in surplus at the moment. However, that'll still get us a good couple of conversion centers built. I think I need to get a small energy relay over here. Irritatingly. Very irritatingly, because I'm not really keen on building small energy relays, but that's fine, I guess. Okay, so the number of citizens that we can accept is now 6. That's great. Let's head up to the second floor just for a sec, and we're going to build a bunch of conversion capsules. We're going to build 1, 2, 3, and that's as many as we will be able to build with our current number of minerals. I suspect very much that we're going to have to buy a couple of additional minerals, either from the council hall or extract them from ruins here, because the original plot that we were extracting minerals from has now been fully claimed, which is actually okay, which is actually fine, because that prompts me in another direction, and that other direction that I'm being prompted in is the construction of a mine. I think that we want to try and, you know, consolidate our mineral position, and a good way of doing that is by getting a consistent level of... Why? How is this still prioritized? I thought we were done with this. I don't need to be doing with this anymore. I don't need this building to be prioritized. Just unprioritize it. Deprioritize it. Just no? No? Okay, apparently not. That's fine. Okay. Extract the resources from this ruin over here. That'll give me a couple of additional minerals, which is nice. Very, very helpful. Are we okay for waste? We're not super okay for waste at this moment in time, but we'll fix that in just a second. I need to still build a transport hub, which again needs more minerals. But in order to get more minerals, I want to get a mine down. So we're gonna do a mine over here, I think. How many minerals can I get for all of the influence that I have at the moment? I mean, not much, to be honest. It costs me quite a lot of influence in order to get any minerals. So I think we're just gonna survey a couple of additional buildings, see if we can come across a building that has got a juicy number of minerals. Sure. That's a tier 3 ruin, actually, so the rewards should be huge. Right, couple of surveys being completed over here. 31 minerals. That's what I'm looking for. You know, we managed to find a couple of ruins with 31 minerals. We're gonna be just fine. Okay, so the strategy at the moment, from in terms of military strategy, I guess, is... Do you want to play some music? Video game? No. All right, I think that this jukebox needs to have a little bit of work done. Maybe I'm just not understanding what a jukebox is and what it's supposed to do, but feel like it's not really working as intended at this moment in time. Also, let's see if I can try and get a bunch of additional citizens. Let's do that. We need to return... Oh, before we return to the inside of a building... Oh, look at this. You can actually see exactly where the boundary of the mine goes now, which is really, really cool. So if we do this, claim this, extract the 2 red artifacts, honestly, because that's much, much easier to deal with and much quicker to do. So if we extract this, then we can build a mine directly here. Yeah, sure. We'll leave that as the entrance facing out this way. That's cool. All right, great. So we get that built. How are we doing in terms of waste? Not bad. Not bad at all. We do need to be burning a little bit more, but the fact that we're not moving waste around the place is not a problem. We can just about deal with that. Okay, still got plenty of minerals in store, apparently. Still need to accept more citizens also, but that's fine. Right, we need to get power up here. We also need to get a bunch of additional... We needed to get a bunch of additional pods up and running as well. So let's get that down. Let's get an industrial outlet down as well so that we can get power up here. So that's going to suck up 3 of our 5 surplus power. That's absolutely a-okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm happy with this. This is good news. Let's prioritize the construction of the mine, because that is indeed important. Nobody seems to be delivering to it at this moment in time, for some obscure reason. Yep, no idea. No idea why. But there we go. That's starting, which is great. Some red artifacts or some minerals. I might actually take the minerals over there. Do we want to do any additional salvaging? I don't think we do. Ah, yes, look at this. The ruins. Ruins level 3, 72 minerals, 14 isotopes, and 48 waste. A heck of a lot of waste, but we can just about deal with that. Okay, what do we got here? The mine requires... Ooh, I didn't actually account for the amount of power that the mine requires. Let's get a person working in the mine. No, we're not allowed to... Not allowed to do that? Is it because we don't have power available? Not allowed to click on the resources. Do I need to own the patch first? Is that what I need to do? Okay, I need to actually own the patch. I can't do any underground subversive mining, so to speak, which is a bit disappointing. But that's also fine. Okay, energy plant. We've already got an energy plant. Energy depot. No, I want to get a fuel turbine, actually. I want to get a fuel turbine. Fuel turbine is going to... Is it going to output pollution? It might output pollution. So, for that reason, I'm going to build it up here. I don't think it does from memory, but I can't be sure. So, we'll very carefully build the fuel turbine. And so that's going to give us a whole bunch of additional fuel. And then in order to increase our fuel output, I'm going to see if we can try and upgrade the energy plant over here. We need to get a couple of additional isotopes, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I think we'll be just fine. Have we got enough storage? Yep, we got plenty of storage, as you can see highlighted by all of these little dots around here and these dots around here. We got plenty of storage. That is no issue whatsoever. So that's great. Okay, the fuel turbine is going to supply us with fuel. The upgraded energy plant is going to supply us with additional energy. All of that is great. Is there anything else that we really need to think about? Not really. Everything seems to be going pretty darn smoothly. The mine that we've got is going to supply us with minerals and, well, isotopes, actually, eventually, if indeed we want to. But for now, just minerals, that's fine. We should also probably unlock the storage facility. Stores resources. The reason that I suggest unlocking the storage facility at this moment in time is because the transport hub, I believe, can deliver to storage facility. So we're going to do that. Let's build the transport hub because, you know, the whole reason why we're here is to explore the brand new update. All roads lead to Titan. And so we are going to do just that, and we're gonna build a transport hub, which is kind of nice. Okay, we got a surplus power supply of 2 at this moment in time. However, you don't seem to want to work. Local storage, none available. But that's kind of a bit of a lie, because there is local storage available in the mine, surely? Oh, 20 minutes until the next enemy attack. Alright, can I get this upgraded? If that's something that I'm allowed to do. Because that would be phenomenal. And also, we should now be able to build roads, right? That's kind of fun. That's very, very fun indeed. Okay, I'm going to get one person stuck into the defensive turret because, I mean, you know, that's just something that we need to do. He's perked right up, which is brilliant. Somebody move a couple of isotopes around, please. Move a couple of isotopes around. And that should allow us to upgrade the energy plant just a little bit. Also, we're able to try and get a couple of more employees, if indeed we want to. That's absolutely something that I want to do right now. There we go. Let's go up to the next floor as well. Convert, convert, and convert. Excellent. So, that is going to be... what? That's 13, I think that's 13 workers, 14 workers. I think it's 14 workers actually that we'll be up to. Excellent. Okay, and we cannot afford because we need more storage. Cool. Well, you know what? I'm gonna just keep up the pace, and I'm just gonna get 2 more conversion capsules since we've got 2 surplus power at this moment in time. Does the transport hub actually consume power? It may very well do just that. If that's the case, might have a little bit of a power shortage. Is that an ideal situation? No, far from it, especially given that we're going to be having a power shortage seemingly just as the enemy attacks. Not good at all. But that's fine. That's fine. I can deal with that. We've got the capability to store 8 brand new citizens, which is exactly what I'm going to do. The more citizens that I can get down, the more citizens I can convert into employees, which is grand. You know what? Let's just get both of these vehicles because that, you know, totals 8 citizens, which is just grand. Transport hub is very, very nearly done. We just need 1 more isotope, and the sad reality is the isotopes have just not been moved thus far on into the storage, but they will be moved into the headquarters storage in just a second. Whilst we're waiting for that to occur, I was going to say, let's go and get some additional employees. My goodness, this area is a tip. This is an absolute tip. Wow. The citizens living here should be ashamed of themselves. Absolutely disgraceful. Disgraceful. Alright, still no power over here. That's fine. Let's upgrade the power plant. If we're able to upgrade the power plant before the enemy attack happens, I will be very, very happy. If we're not able to upgrade the power plant before then, I'm just going to cancel the upgrade. But it looks like we're going to be fine. I was a bit apprehensive about nothing there. This guy's having a little dance over here. Clearly enjoying himself. That's great. Okay, so that additional... There we go. That additional upgrade, that increased power supply should hopefully allow us to build the transport hub and make sure that that's all powered. That's great. It looks great. That looks cool. Still, it says that there is no energy. The reason that there is no energy is because it's not inside the power pylon range. Silly me, I assumed that the energy plant, because it was right next to the mine, would supply the power. As it transpires, that was just wishful thinking. That's far too logical. That's far, far, far too logical. Whilst I'm in an upgradey mood, why don't we upgrade the smokestack, eh? Upgrade the smokestack so that we can get garbage burnt at a slightly faster rate. There we go. The mine is online. We're able to extract mines. We're able to extract minerals from this area right over here. The brand new patch that we've got. That's brilliant. Now we can build roads, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to build a storage facility over here. Okay, brand new storage facility. This is where we're going to store a whole bunch of resources. Can I go for another upgrade? To be honest, I need more isotopes. What would it cost me to bring in the isotopes? Because I think I need additional power, don't I? I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. Okay, I'm going to request some isotopes. Request 3 isotopes. Get the energy plant upgraded. I know I am playing with fire by upgrading the energy plant this close to an enemy attack. I also feel like maybe I should just, you know, throw down another turret, because that's like a sensible thing to do. However, I'm not going to do that. Give me lots of isotopes. I need lots of isotopes from a building. Oh goodness, this seems very very dodgy. If this defensive turret isn't up to snuff, we could be in trouble here. We can still burrow though, so that's great. I mean, the reason that I have kept everything single is that you know, we are ready to burrow really if that is required. We don't quite have the credits, but I suspect that we'll have the credits as and when we need to have them. To be honest, which is really, really nice. This is looking good. This is looking fine. No chance of an upgrade to the turret just before we go, but that's fine. We need 1 additional isotope in order to build another defensive turret, which I think would just be the cherry on top, quite honestly. We'll worry about the roads just as soon as we have repelled this attack. The range of both of these turrets should be, yeah, pretty significant. So if the headquarters is attacked, then we'll be just fine, I think. We'll be just fine. Right, prioritize the construction of the defensive turret. Obviously, that's what we need. We also need to increase the number of employees that we have working at the smokestack. It's also pretty darn important. How are we doing pollution-wise? Not great, but that's okay. The only place where the citizens currently live is in the factory, and the factory is still in a good pollution zone, which is very, very good. We're going to slow the game down in just a second for the enemy attack. But before I do, I actually want to see if I can convert some more citizens. But unfortunately, can't actually do that because I don't have the artifacts. Fine. Okay. Defensive turret is going to be built in just a second. All right. And also, the attack is about to come in just a second. Can somebody finish the turret, please? I prioritized this, and yet nobody's building the last bit of the turret. Okay, so where's the enemy gunship gonna come from? Okay, this is the brand new combat music, by the way. Another part of this update. It's just stopped raining, which is quite nice. Any intel on where the enemy's coming from? Nothing so far. Still looking for a little bit of isotope. There we go. Brilliant. Alright, what are you attacking? You're going to attack the energy thingamabobber. The energy plant. That's fine. I think all things equal, we should have no issues taking this turret out. Taking this ship out here. Man, this is a banging beat. This is a banging beat. Okay, it looks like the health of my turret should be completely fine, and we'll have no issues taking this ship out. Very cool. We'll take a little bit of damage, you know, we'll take a little hit, but that's fine. I can withstand a little bit of damage. Cool. All right. There we go. Brilliant, excellent, and you know, just a smidgen too late there, defensive turret, but you came online, which is kind of nice. Okay, let's get everything repaired. I didn't even need to burrow there, which is quite nice. Okay, everything repaired is going to cost me... It's going to cost me a fair chunk of change, but it's obviously worth making sure that everything is at full HP, because, I mean, the higher the HP of the building, the less likely you are to be destroyed in the future. I mean, what more can I say? It's a pretty obvious statement, isn't it? But there we go. Okay, let's investigate the transport hub, shall we? Okay, so we've got the road. Cannot build here because I ain't claimed the tile yet. So we can build a road, and I would kind of like to build a road between... Yeah, so it literally just takes 5 minerals. I want to build a road between the mine and the storage facility. I've purposefully left this sort of line empty. I think everything should be entirely accessible via a road. And I plan for the road to come up here and then just head along the top, because we want to make sure that there is a route between the smokestack and, well, can we store? Yeah, we can store waste in the storage facility. So yeah, between the storage facility and the smokestack is a good idea. So I love how like recessed these roads actually are. Is that not super duper cool? I think it looks great how the roads don't actually run along the surface. But yeah, it looks really, really nice. And also, I believe that there are like crossing points. Look at this. Look at this. This is very, very cool indeed. So workers are at points able to cross over to the other side. Yeah, so there's a little walkway over here. That's kind of nice, right? A little walkway over here. Look at this. Look at this. We got a transport hub. Oh, that looks like it was working as intended, to be honest. So, trucks carry 5 resources. They can only carry 1 type of resource at a time. But as you can see, what we're going to do is we're going to have a direct route between the mine and the storage facility, and then the storage facility and the smokestack. Holy cow, I cannot believe that plan actually came together. That's very, very good. Okay, let's claim a bunch of these tiles. Let's get these ruins surveyed, because as I've already highlighted, pretty darn keen to make sure that we are able to supply the smokestack directly. The ruins, oh goodness gracious me, these ruins have got 4 red artifacts, and boy oh boy oh boy, I need me some red artifacts in order to get more citizens. I'm gonna take red artifacts. I think we should be okay for minerals now, to be honest. I think we should be totally fine for minerals. The only thing that I am slightly concerned by is we've only got 1 truck at the moment. I'm gonna buy 2 additional trucks because, I mean, I can. And I hope that the trucks will just run continuously between the mine and the storage facility. That's kind of my dream. Yeah. But I guess we'll see if that is indeed the case in just a second. Actually, I was a way to say, maybe instead of taking the artifacts from here, I'll take the minerals, but that's fine. I can just do that with the ruin next door. I need to get that claimed. Need to get this destroyed. Not for any specific reason. Just needs to be done. Cannot build here. Not at the moment, however. We're just about to be able to build here. There we go. So a bunch of brand new road. Very, very exciting. Oh, look, you can see our 2 trucks. You can see our 2 trucks. I'm going to buy a 3rd truck as well. And apparently, we manufactured the trucks locally. It only costs 100 credits as well, which is an absolute bargain for a truck, if you ask me. But there we go. And that's our 3rd truck. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So is there... I'm presuming that it just works... It's just going to work automatically, and we're just going to have, you know, a truck dispatched whenever there is 5 minerals just chilling out at the mine. I'm presuming so anyway. Speaking of the mine, we should probably give the mine an additional target, because we have not given it a target. There we go. Start mining. Trucks, are you going to be dispatched? Are you going to work, trucks? Kinda hope that you just do what you do. All right. Apparently, that's just not working. Not quite sure why that doesn't work like so. Did I put this? I did put this facility down the right way, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. So the exit point for the... There's definitely an entrance point into the mine for trucks on this level. Very, very peculiar. Okay, try re-enabling it. Yeah, weird. Should I try sticking down another storage facility? I don't have enough isotopes. Is it just because I need... I may need a worker to drive the truck. Is that a thing? I think that might be a thing. So we may need a worker to drive the truck in order to pick up the resources from the mine. And at the moment, they're currently occupied with moving the resources from the place where the road is about to be built. Now, this is worth mentioning, by the way. It's not currently possible for a truck to pick up resources from a patch. It has to pick up resources from a building. Now, the developers have said that this is going to be changed at some point in the future, but, you know, it's just something to consider, because at the moment, trucks are useless when, you know, when you want to move waste from a specific tile that's just got the waste chilling around. Okay. I was just going to try and see if I can get rid of that silly little prioritize icon, but apparently I can't. No matter at all. Right, let's go into here and let's convert a whole bunch of people into employees. There we go. Lots and lots of people. Lots and lots of people. I'm going to get some more conversion capsules because, I mean, why the heck wouldn't I get more conversion capsules, right? I mean, that's a stupid place to build a conversion capsule, isn't it? That's a very stupid place to build a conversion capsule. Alright, good stuff. Excellent. Have we... No, we ain't got no... Oh, we're just finishing building this, and of course I just queued up, like an idiot, a brand new thing to construct. Right, so, smokestack. That is now operational. Is it operational with enough stuff inside? It should be. So why the heck ain't you... Oh, look, there we go. The truck's teleported. The truck's teleported to the smokestack. They did say that at the moment the trucks do teleport around a little bit. They teleport for like half their journey, I think. They might teleport on the way back, or they might teleport on the way there. I'm afraid I don't quite know. But either way, they teleport for a little bit. But they look to be working. They look to be working, so that's great. Still not entirely sure if they need an employee to drive around with them, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just care that we've got trucks now, and we should be able to move stuff around much easier. Okay, I was going to say, let's claim this level 3 ruin, and let's build a smokestack right next to it, because I want to try and increase the amount of waste that I'm burning. However, unfortunately, this ruin is out with my command center zone. As you can see, the range with which I can claim tiles is fairly limited at the moment due to the size of my headquarters. I probably want to throw down an upgrade on the headquarters, but at the same time, also not super keen to do that right at this moment in time because we've got an upgrade happening to the smokestack. But you know, that'll probably end up happening. Okay, we need to continue our credit increasing, and so we're going to bring a whole bunch of fresh meat down to the planet's surface in order to do just that. Okay, but it looks like the trucks are working pretty much as intended, which is kind of great. Very, very happy with that. In fact, the entire area is looking pretty darn good. The only thing that I will say is that we are rather short of any way of reliably getting any isotopes. We don't have a mine that currently mines isotopes, so, you know, would probably be an idea if we could maybe think about setting that up at some point. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll take anything that gives me isotopes at this moment in time. It's probably worth us getting this ruin right here. I'll take the artifacts. I'll take the artifacts from here as well. I'll take the minerals from here as well. That's cool. And we'll throw down a mine right around here too. All right, smokestacks being upgraded should be a very, very quick job. We also need to make sure that we don't run into a little bit of a storage issue. The storage facility at the moment is able to hold a fairly large amount of resources, but we need to just stay on top of that. Okay, looks like the power situation has deteriorated somewhat. That's okay. We can throw down a additional power plant. It'll only cost us 4 fuel, and we will get a link up between these two buildings at some point. That's pretty darn cool. Draining the batteries, I'm absolutely okay with the fact that we're draining batteries at this moment in time. That's absolutely fine with me. Whilst we're also queuing up production, let's queue up a mine to be built over. Where do we want to say? A mine to be built over here, and then we'll just get a little bit of road to run around this area. Yeah, that seems fairly reasonable, I think. All right, we'll queue up the road in anticipation for that. Cannot build here because we're waiting for that resource to be removed. Fine. Claim this. Take the red artifact. And set this as a target, please. Excellent. Set that as a target right there. Okay, cool. A lot of stuff to be getting on with. I think the energy plant should probably be prioritized, given that we are currently draining our batteries. Although, to be honest, we're draining our batteries very, very slowly. And I'm not super worried about that at all. We could also look at getting some additional people. Not enough spaceport storage. Ooh, that's something that I didn't consider. That is something that I didn't consider at all. Let's get this upgraded so that we can just take as many people as we need to. The spaceport storage is, yeah, it's kind of unimportant at this moment in time, but, you know, just an extra area where resources can just chill out for a little while. So that's happening. That's great. The roads are opening up slowly but surely, which is lovely. Again, it's all kind of secondary of importance, because we need to get the mine up and running before we need to utilize the roads. Right, we're still draining the batteries for absolutely everything. No, I prioritize the energy plant. But apparently that's just a recommendation. That's just guidance. That's not a firm order. I don't know how it works in the previous place that these employees worked, but I'm certainly not going to tolerate that. No, as their employer, I'm very, very, very upset about the fact that my instructions have not been followed to the letter. There we go. Okay, we're still converting people. Excellent. Okay, finally it looks like the energy plant is going to be built. That's great. There's still a little power shortage at this moment in time, but again, I'm whatever about that. Not a big deal. The minerals patch should be... We should be destroying this minerals patch right now, but again, I think due to the order of employee tasks, it might take a little while for that to actually happen. I'm going to disable this mine just for a while so that it doesn't start to consume power quite yet. Energy plant, let's get one person employed there, and we should get fuel teleporting into the energy plant as soon as the employee gets there. Hey, great. So we got a massive power surplus now, and we should have no issues powering our mine and any other thing that we need to do. Cool. Gonna claim that isotopes patch, gonna claim this minerals patch. I think that the mine might automatically find... It might automatically find another patch to mine if indeed it's got one within range. One mineral patch within range that's also been claimed by me already. So it's probably worth us doing just that. Trucks are certainly making a difference here. Certainly seem to be transporting resources around. It would help. It would help if I could throw down an upgrade to the mine that allows the local storage in the mine to be a little bit larger. However, before I do that, it's probably worth me trying to upgrade my defensive capability a little bit, given that I feel a little bit uneasy about the fact that we're going to be facing an enemy attack in 19 minutes in game time, which is going to transpire to be, 3 minutes in real time. Yeah, so I don't think that the trucks operate unless there is an employee spare. That's my understanding. Anyway, I think that is indeed the case. Yeah. Yeah, well, there you go. Doesn't particularly matter, but it's just something to consider, I guess. Either way, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy thus far with the changes that have been made. The game seems more stable. I don't want to jinx it. There occasionally... Why, there's no more citizens spots available. That's not true. There are spots available. Is there a power issue here? No, it's all fine. Okay, I don't quite understand why we're not able to build more, but I'll throw down a couple of additional conversion capsules, I guess, just for the sake of it. There we go. There we go, and there we go. And let's throw down an energy relay. And an energy relay over there. Excellent. No power. There's no power at the moment, but there will be in just a second. Don't worry about it. Okay, good. We still don't have any doubles, so we can still burrow as and when it is required. Easy peasy. I do want to throw down another upgrade to... Why do you not have power? Ah, you're not within range of the energy pylon. Okay, cool. Let's throw down an upgrade to the energy pylon in order to increase the range of the mine. I'm also going to claim one of the isotope patches, because that is pretty important. It's also pretty important that we just mine away at this minerals patch as quickly as we possibly can. Right, is there any way that for me to get a couple of additional isotopes? Maybe by asking very nicely the council if they'll give me a couple, because that's pretty important, because I would love to get an upgrade to a defensive turret, but that's just not happening, apparently. What about some surveys? I haven't done surveys in a while. Let's do some surveys. Ah, we are very close, actually. We're very close to the range of the headquarters, so there's probably not that many buildings that still remain within our initial HQ range. In fact, yeah, it looks like we've got the vast majority of them, to be honest. Now, that's not a problem, because we will need to start building, you know, command centers at some point anyway. We need to start thinking about... That's just waste? What the heck is that? That's a garbage tile. Why the heck would I want that? Isotopes. Yes, I want the isotopes. I want 12 isotopes, please. I need, what is it, 9 isotopes in order to upgrade one of my defensive turrets. I think it's 9. Yeah, it's 9. 9 is some number. Okay. Start working on that minerals patch. It's not important. No, nothing here. 8 isotopes. I still need 20 influence in order to claim the tile. So I'll do that, I think. Yeah, we'll just claim this ruin. Or maybe this one. It's 30. This is 12. We'll claim this one. Sure. Okay, go do this. Hopefully we get the isotopes moved before the enemy attack. If we don't, am I bothered about it? Not overly, but it's something that still, I think, we do want to get done as quickly as we can. The good news is, the very, very good news is that our pollution levels are, well, they're dangerous, frankly, which is not good. It's not good at all. Not good at all. However, we are getting rid of our waste, which is fine, I guess. The pollution level is, you know, is of concern for the citizens that we have living in here. They don't look overly happy, to be honest. They don't look overly happy. They look like they're seizing, actually, which is, again, not great. Probably because of all of the pollution going around at the moment. But no matter, you can be turned into loyal subjects with just a click of a button. Ah. That conversion capsule is absolutely inaccessible, I believe. Which may cause problems. Yeah, these people look very, very dejected. So therefore, it's worth us refreshing them into brand new employees. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. How many citizens does that leave us with? That leaves us with one citizen. One final citizen to get rid of. I mean, to look after to a non-negligent degree. Sure. Let's roll with that. Can I buy some more isotopes? I can buy 2 more isotopes. Can we just move the isotopes, please? We don't need the minerals. Look, we're very happy on the mineral front. Just like 1, maybe 2 more isotopes would be great. Also, I don't know what happens with roads when they bury. I presume that they're able to like close over or bury or something. We might test out, actually. We might test it out during the next enemy attack. I think we should be fine. We've got plenty of defensive turrets. However, you know, the difficulty does occasionally scale pretty rapidly. It can in some cases present a fierce challenge. So it's just something that we need to worry about, you know. We don't have anything for this mine to do, I believe, at this moment in time. Why don't you claim this isotope patch, Potato? That seems like a pretty darn good idea. It's going to cost us 40 influence, so let me donate some minerals. then claim this isotope patch, then set that as a target, and that will allow us to start mining some good resources, which is lovely. The enemy attack has officially started. That's fine with me. I think we should be able to repel it. We've got 2 turrets. I think that that's an appropriate number. What the heck is happening here? Why have we got so many dudes? Road under attack. Right, burrow. Burrow, 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 burrow. Everything burrow. Everything burrow. Okay, what happens to roads? Do roads burrow? I don't think roads burrow, but that is a massive, massive ship. Okay, everything is burrowed. Roads do not seem to be of concern. I'm okay with that. I mean, roads cost 5 minerals to build, and so will be very, very easy to replace. It does sort of make them targets, I guess. Do I get the resources back? I get the resources back, apparently, if the roads are destroyed. That does seem kind of unfair. Oh, look at that. Excellent. Brilliant defense, everyone. Okay, let's unburrow. Fantastic. Okay, so there we go. We found out what happens to roads. So there you go. Very, very cool, in fact. I like that a lot. Man, I love watching the units burrow. That is ridiculously cool. Right, let's get everything repaired over here. Both of the roads that were targeted were actually destroyed fairly rapidly, actually, which is a bit of a shame, but whatever. Can I buy some more? I'll buy some more fresh meat. Excellent. Look at all of look at all of these guys. Look at them all. Look at them all. They all move together as one singular centipedal force. Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Wonderful. Can I? Is it possible for me to, like, expand the road out to here? It might, in fact, be possible for me to expand the road out to here. Let me see if I can get a command center. I can't get a command center because I ain't got the cash to do so at this moment in time. But I will have the cash at some point soon. But that is not a problem. Not a problem. I can indeed survive. And in fact, we did survive, you know? We did survive. That was a pretty easy attack to repel, all things considered. You know, we ended up taking a little bit of damage. But that's fine. It's fine. It's nothing to worry about. If I just build a road right here, actually, let me just test it. You may be able to access the building from any, you know, from any way around. That might be... Yeah, you may be able to access the building from any side, but certainly the human exit is at this point right here. But if we were able to move resources from the spaceport to the storage facility via truck, that would certainly speed things up. It looks like we're able to, actually. And also there is a dude that is currently floating in the middle of the road. Excellent, I guess. Very peculiar. Very weird. Not quite sure I understand what's going on there. Also still not entirely sure why this mine isn't working as it should. Let's get it upgraded. Let's get this mine upgraded too. I suspect that most of my employees were preoccupied with moving all of the resources from this empty plot over here. Can't say I blame them. Well, actually, I can say I blame them, to be honest. That's the point of having an employee, right? It's to blame them for stuff. Oh, look at that. The truck is totally moving stuff from the spaceport, which is kind of nice. Don't know what's happening with this truck over here. Just seems to be chilling. Interesting way of pretending to work. Just parked up at the side of the road doing absolutely diddly squat, but there you go. You know, new info is coming to me every day about the activity of these trucks, and I still don't get it. I still do not get it. Okay. Take the minerals there. Cool. Nice. Okay. You know what? I think we are completely waste-free. And if we're not completely waste-free, we're on the way to completely waste-free, which is very, very nice indeed. We've got, you know, a couple of bits of waste just remaining. Not very many, that's for sure. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That mine is mining isotopes and therefore is burning a green flame. How cool is that? Very, very cool indeed. If only there were some way of moving the isotopes from the mine in a faster fashion. But no, it requires us to... It requires us to fix this flippin' mine to get it upgraded, apparently, which is something that is just wholeheartedly impossible to do. How are we draining the batteries? What have I added recently that has increased the drain on the batteries? I did upgrade the defensive turret. Apparently that pushed us over the edge. I mean, that is totally okay. Let me prioritize the upgrading of this energy plant. We'll do that as a priority. Got 3 workers that are supposedly idle. 7 workers that are supposedly idle. I mean, I don't believe it, frankly. I don't believe it. If they were idle, they would be helping with the construction of our flippin' energy power plant, which is apparently not something that they're prepared to do at this moment in time. Where are all my isotopes? I never know where all the isotopes are actually stored. There's 8 on that patch over there. Presumably there's some isotopes in the headquarters. I've got to assume so. There's 3 isotopes in the headquarters in that box, and there's 1 isotope in that box. So can we, instead of just, you know, faffing around doing nothing, maybe just move all of the isotopes over to here? I mean, there is 1 prioritized task, which I'm telling you to do, and yet here you are not doing it. So how about you try again? Nope. Nope. Okay, it's apparently it's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. Well, you know what? On the cusp of that impossibility, I feel like this is a pretty good place to end the first episode of this little video series on the brand new update. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. We'll be back very, very soon for the next episode in the series. Make sure to tune in then. I've been Open Potato. Thanks as ever to all of the fantastic Open Potato Incorporated Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/Open Potato who help make videos like this possible. Also thanks to Banana Nanana and C Senpai for being the 2 $25 plus tier patrons. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.